Ahum, and thank you for joining. I'm going to talk to you guys about the buck moon. The buck moon usually happens in July, and we all know that July means there's a lot of heat, right? A lot of energy, a lot of fire, especially in the later part of July where Leo emerges. I want you guys to understand that there's a lot of stuff that you can do on the buck moon, especially because of this amazing energy that we all have in this moon phase, or this full moon phase. It's important to understand that not everything is marshmallows and fireworks and lazy summer days. You can actually, and I'll give you a little ritual at the end. What the buck moon does is it goes beyond the full moon that we see for other full moons. It actually begins a process of self-renewal, of coming up with your best self. That's why the summer time is so lazy. It's to give you time to start creating your best version of yourself. Now, a buck, everybody knows they have little antlers, right? So we're talking about a young male deer, right? And when they start coming up with their little antlers, and it's a little furry antler, right? It looks like velvet that's covering it. And they develop during that warm part of the summer. And then they shed that velvet covering on their antlers, and they actually, by about September, October, you're going to see a whole set of antlers emerge, right? That's where the buck moon name comes from. And it suggests it's the buck's antlers growing quickly during the summer, the heat, the hot part of everything, right? And when that happens, you understand that it's all about the transformation, how a youngling becomes a strong, older, more mature kind of buck or deer. That goes for us as well, okay? That has to do with us. And for a lot of people, they also have, they use herbs that in their rituals, they gather herbs that have to do with abundance. You all know about this. So you go about doing your aromatherapy and healing herbs, whatever calls you, that do these things and brings about abundance. That is what you gather, and that's what you can do. Your salves, you can do incense, you can do whatever it is that you know how to do and you feel that you need to do. What are you going to feel during the buck moon? You got to understand that it is a transformational moon. Therefore, you're going to feel the association of growth, right? Not only in the spiritual, but your mental and that creative force that is with you, right? But that is going to work with or against your assertiveness and your initiative prowess, right? So what is that going to bring? If you are finding yourself that you are soul searching, if you're finding yourself in the need of change, the buck moon is getting closer to being able for you to manifest these changes. This is the time that starting today, you want to start manifesting. Your intentions are already there. They've been there for the whole year. You want change, but this is where you're going to feel that there's a rush, there's an urgency. You feel like, oh my God, I really need to do something. Here it is. And then once you have understood what the buck moon is, and you've understood that in order to move forward, you have to clear your past issues and all your ideas that, to be honest, has not served you at all. It hasn't helped you. So why do you hold on to those things? Why do you hold on to the velvety material on your small antlers? If you don't remove that material, your antlers are not going to grow by September, October. And that is where we want to be. September, October, we're going to be going into the last trimester of the year. So this is where we want to be right now. So if you're feeling that need for change, that need for transformation, you're going to feel it even harder right about now, starting from now to July. But it's a good thing if you make it a good thing, right? You're going to clear your slate. You're going to let go of things that didn't work for the last 6 months, 7 months, and you're going to start a wonderful new cycle. And what better way than to start it with a buck moon, right? This is the time for you to start. So during the month of June and July, you're going to have a lot of thunderstorms and a lot of lightning storms and a lot of rain. Collect thunder water. Collect lightning water. Make sure you clean it. Make sure you sift through it and you clean out any little bugs. You know, little bugs are going to go on it. But the way that you do it is you gather the thunder water and the rain, regular rainwater, and you're going to gather lightning water. That means that whatever intention you can muster into your receptacles, you're going to say, here is the living receptacle for thunder water, and I will collect this thunder water for my magical purposes, for my ritualistic purposes. So you're going to collect it. Even though the majority goes onto the ground, it is what you intend to do with it. And you're going to feed the ground because you're going to get this water. And these powerful waters, you are going to add some honey and make sure that it doesn't have to be a lot of honey. It's just what it is. I want you to get all the herbs that you have found and do your research with abundance and to clear and to bring clarity. And I want you to be in the buck moon right where you can see it. It doesn't have to be totally on top of you because that'll take, some traveling. But right when it's up that you can see it, it's either eye level or above your crown chakra, or in the vicinity of your crown chakra, you're going to pour this water. I don't care if it's cold, it's fine, because you want to cool down the heat, right? Right. You want to cool down the heat with this nice cool waters with a little bit of honey. Yeah. And all those beautiful herbs that I want you to boil. Take out all the leaves afterwards, and I want you to mix it with your thunder and lightning and regular rain water, because you're going to wash off that furry part of the little antlers. You're going to wash it off and promote sweetness, right? And abundance, to attract more abundance with the sweetness of the honey. And this is what you're going to do. It might even behoove you to write on a piece of paper your ideas of what you feel you would like to transform to, what your emotions, what your spiritual intentions are, so that from here to September or October, you have gotten as close as possible, right, to that particular new you. And if it means that you're going to have to make some changes, well, put on your granny panties and get yourself, okay, to make the changes. I know I am, right? Because I really believe in the beautiful support system that the buck moon brings in to us. Guys, this is stuff that has been known for thousands of years. Why don't we do it? Well, because some of us know that we have to, but we procrastinate. That's part of the transformation that you need to get rid of, okay? Because you need to support yourself. Nobody else is going to do it. And if you're waiting for your spiritual entourage to do it for you without you asking, they're not. They are non-judgmental. They are going to support you with whatever it is that's going on in your pretty little head. That's all there is to it. Okay? So choose this adventure in the buck moon. It's gonna take place July 21st at 29 degrees of Capricorn, which is actually directly opposite the sun in its final degree of Cancer. Hello, right? Then the moon is going to really quickly move into the sign of Aquarius, because then it merges with deep Pluto, deep and most powerful Pluto. And this is also a trine energetic, right? With aggressive Mars. So this all this that's happening, because it's just not that it happens on the 21st, right? It continues to affect the energies. It's going to strengthen the actual intention of energies of the actual powerful and kind of wonderful buck moon. Okay, so everybody needs to know about the buck moon. Everybody needs to understand why you're feeling the way that you're feeling, and why is it all of a sudden urgent for you to speed up what it is that you actually intended in the first trimester of the year. Okay? Thank you for joining me. Don't forget that wonderful spiritual bath that you can give yourself. Make sure that you clean every single one of the leaves that you're going to be using on your herbs. Make sure that you dry them properly. Make sure that you boil them properly. Make sure that you discard whatever's left over, okay? And give it back to Mother Earth. So when you're done with the leaves, take them back to the earth. Thank Pachamama for the use of her bounty, and that you're going to give her back what's left of that energy. And of course, when you start picking your abundant herbs, ask permission. Thank the plant that gave it to you, and offer something in return. Maybe a new plant that you sow. Maybe you want to give it money. Maybe you want to give it food. Whatever it is, you have to be grateful and thankful that you are able to use these herbs and plant material. Also, just make sure that you set your intentions right. If you have to write it down, write it down. If you need to make a despacho, then make a despacho. And you all can see videos that I have posted on my YouTube where you can see despachos being made. It's all about intention with your despachos. And again, you can either bury it, you can burn it, you can set it free in anywhere that you want, or let it float away in the ocean. Anything that you need to do to get yourself in that spot that you need to be now before September and October, you will begin the transformation. Okay? If you have any questions, you can always DM me. Have a beautiful day and enjoy the buck moon on the 21st.